And I'll put my SSH key in the chat. All right. So this is what I'm looking to create. Tell me when you're ready for me to describe it.
Okay.
Yeah, so I want to call an instance method on an object that isn't defined until later. And so line 3 through 5, I set up this proc. And then line 7, the it block. 8 through 12 starts by defining it. 13 creates an instance of it. And 14 is my attempt to use that instance in the way I want. It looks like the method signature can't exactly be like that. I have the docs.
I think you have to do .call.
Exactly. Yeah.
Why are
So
you
let me
doing
just try
this?
that now.
Like, is this for, like, where?
Say again?
What are you doing it for?
I'll show you that in a moment.
Okay.
Oh, cool. Cool.
Nice.
Alright, that's exactly what I needed. So what I am using it for, I'll drop the GitHub code into the chat as soon as I pick it out. Oh, so many pull requests. Of course, this diff has to be 57 files.
Oh no.
But lib slash. Can't remember. Oh yeah, here it is. So yeah, this isn't gonna make a lot of sense when you just glance at it, honestly. So I'm just gonna drop the source in here, and I'm going to start setting it up in my terminal window. Okay. What was the name of this branch? Shared examples. So probably the best way to explain this is to show the use of that code that I linked in there.
Okay.
Did you ever join this terminal? It didn't look like you did.
Oh no, I didn't, because I was looking at your screen.
So,
Let me do it now.
what did I want? I have an unmerged file here. That would sort of explain why I was failing. Sometimes so random where they decide to put their diffs.
Oh, what are you doing? Git diff?
No.
Or divs? Did you say? Oh, you look. I don't know what you're looking at. Is this
This
the
is a file
merge
that I
thing?
had not cleared up a merge conflict
Oh,
on,
oh,
apparently.
yeah, it is. It is weird.
Okay. Can I just kick off these specs? It's probably going to take a long time to run without Zeus. I
Sure.
should.
No more Zeus.
Oh, I've got Zeus. Well, I'll start it up. It's just when I don't use Zeus when I don't work on local support, so I need to start it.
Okay.
And our spec requests organization request spec. Be nice if I used Zeus. So these are acceptance tests for the controller, the organization's controller. They're not really that exciting. They're just covering all 8 methods, and they're checking who can access like different kinds of users, nil user, you know, admin, regular user.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, and this is the spec. And what I've done is created a module called route collector, and I mixed it in here.
Mm-hmm.
And I, what it does is, if I call collect actions for organization controller, it collects a lot of the metadata on what actions exist in that controller, and basically all the information you would need to call the route correctly. Um, but there's this one awkward thing that happened when I was designing this, in that when, for instance, on like line 20, where I have a user, or actually a couple lines up here, like where I have an organization created with let factory girl create organization, I don't have those during, let me switch back to, I don't have it
Interestingly,
like,
the line numbers are all weird.
yeah, the line numbers switch on and off. I have the,
I got 3 3 3 3 3 3 4 4 4 4 4 4 4.
oh really?
Well, now I know. Hmm.
That's weird.
Now 0 is like wherever your cursor is, it seems.
So I set the line numbers to absolute right now. Do you see absolute line numbers?
No. You see
Green
my
out.
screen? It's very weird.
It's When I'm looking at your screen, it looks like my terminal is just a box of black. I don't.
Yeah, with it's like 3 3 3 3 4 4 4 4.
Oh, wow. So apparently there's a huge compatibility issue
Well,
between what I have set up.
but it was okay. Like, what are you doing right? Let me look at your screen. I don't think I can see your screen right now.
It's my screen sharing.
Oh. Oh.
Yeah, I've got a whole ton of code here.
Oh gosh. And I did see it a minute ago. Let me maybe get out and back in again. I forgot all the commands. That's annoying. I almost feel like picking this up. I'm sorry.
Yeah, go ahead.
Hello? Ooh. So I made like a major mistake and put my resume on Dice.
Oh yeah.
Now I see your screen. Yeah, and then this is like, when they call you, you don't answer, they hang up, they call again, they hang up, they call again. That's not someone I want to talk to.
My screen looks really screwed up though. If I'm
Oh God.
looking at your,
Yeah.
like it's missing letters.
I
Coloring is
think it might
absolutely
be in a
none.
different language. And the numbers. Numbers are not so good.
Yeah.
All right, so I'll just look at your screen, I guess, for now.
Okay. Uh, so on the right hand side of my screen is the module, and the left hand side of my screen is its application. I have specs written for the module itself, but that's not relevant to show now.
Okay.
Basically, a lot of my difficulty in developing this was that left-hand side, lines 6 and 8, all that stuff that's happening within describe but not within an it block. There's like two different
Mm-hmm.
scopes that exist in RSpec, and when you're inside the it block, it's got some funky name called like example group, and
Mm-hmm.
all your stuff is loaded. The let factory girl create organization is there, the before block is ran, everything that you would want. Outside of that, none of that exists. It's completely out of scope, and so I can't like access the factory girl that I created in the let block from outside of an it block. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Why can't you make an it block here? Because it's a
I
module?
could maybe make a massive for block where I run all this logic, because that would be
Mm.
sort of like being in an it block, I think. That would probably
Yes.
work now that you mentioned that.
Yeah.
But alternatively, I
Or
no, you know what? I still need
context.
to be able to function outside the it block, because if you see like on line 26 where I'm generating, I'm like iterating over a collection to generate
Mm-hmm.
it, it statements,
Mm-hmm.
I have to be able to basically operate outside the it
Mm-hmm.
block.
How about a
Um,
context?
Context is the same as describe. It's just
Mm-hmm.
neither are gonna
Uh,
have the factor girl loaded. So what I basically need is for any functionality of my route collector code that needs to interact with uh, an object at runtime, such as a organization created in a let block, I need to pass in that behavior in a proc because I can't
uh,
call organization.id. I need to be able to put that in a proc and have that called once an organization is in scope.
and you're talking about this stuff, actions and all that.
Um, not sure what you mean.
Well, which is the stuff that has to be
Okay, yeah.
like line
Which
6 and
window am
8?
I on? Okay. So on the left hand side of my screen, line 29, self.send, request via redirect, route.verb, route.url. Route is defined one line above that with a function that sort of like gets this thing called a route. And what actually happens there is I define a class, and URL is sort of complicated. It uses a Rails helper called URL for, and I need to pass in like a bunch of metadata. Um, so let's see. It's really obfuscated in this code, honestly, because I had to where's the best place? Okay, on the right-hand side where I do object.send part,
Okay, wait, what line?
line 39 on the right-hand side.
Okay.
Yeah, I know this is pretty obfuscated, but what's actually happening there is organization.send ID. And then I take that information that I get from that and I sort of put it in the params hash and I merge it in a couple places. I know, it's absolutely crazy. And it's not at all clear.
Yeah.
What I wanted to do when I initially was writing this was set up the command for getting that ID prior to being at this point in the runtime, but I didn't know how to do that until just now with that whole return proc dot do.
And now you need to do the same kind of thing in the spec?
Well, what this will allow me to do is in the spec I don't need to have line 28 where I like create another object. Basically, because I couldn't get all the metadata I needed beforehand, I sort of like got as much as I could and then set things up for creating a new object at runtime in the if block that would gather the rest of the info I need. I sort of had to split the data collection like before runtime and after runtime, you know. And if I am able to just use procs, I can instead get it all set up before runtime and not have to generate a new object and just call route.url or whatever to trigger a bunch of procs on the thing that it is supposed to be interfacing with. So anyway, it's really convoluted. I'm sorry, this wasn't easy to explain. But that's enough for now on this topic. We could work on some local sports stuff if you have time.
I have a little time. How long can I get away with leaving my child in the park? Like an hour.
Okay.
Till it gets dark. No. Alright, so I haven't done like any local sports stuff all week or anything.
The last thing that we were working on, I think, was at the end of last week, where we were trying to change the way that the info box works.
Yeah, right. And I have not touched that.
Okay.
Let's see. I guess I have a. I guess I'm gonna log out of this thing.
Control A D. Should say that you've detached from the session.
Yeah, I think it's kind of hosed. I'm just gonna close this window. Okay.
Yep, it said that you left. So I guess if nothing else, that works. You can put a teammate in. I think I have a. I want to see if my new settings completely messed up my ability to read yours.
Put it in.
Alright. It looks like your branch is called Map Volunteers.
I feel like I did another branch. Maybe you're right though. Maybe that is it. You looked at the most recent one?
I looked at the one, the pull request I sent you.
Okay, thanks. Hey. Oh, it doesn't show my branch here. Oh, yeah. Because I don't have that whatever init file.
Wait, what?
Um, it doesn't show my branch in teammate because I don't have that init file. I don't even know what I did here. Wait. Okay. Let me see. Let me start a server. So is your problem solved or not?
Uh, I know how I'm gonna redevelop the code now,
Okay, cool.
or at least I want to try it this way, where a lot of the behavior is stored in procs and then called later.
It would be good, I think, if there was a way to make it more like, I don't know, understandable.
What?
The stuff you just showed me.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, it's not exactly designed to be understandable under the hood, although it shouldn't be totally bizarre.
Shouldn't
You
make
know,
anybody cry.
yeah, I mean, I wrote it so that you would be able to use it as easily as possible within the spec. And it's
Mm-hmm.
fairly easy to use, but basically I could cut half of it out by changing the way I implement it on the backend.
Cool. All right, I guess I should just pull this in.
I mean, just check it out in a headless state, turn on the server, and make sure it works for you before you do that.
Okay, that's a good idea. Hmm. Oh, the server is already running. Did you find a job yet?
Not yet. This one place invited me in to do pair programming with them.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
So you have to come up here for that, or is it gonna be after you're already up here?
They will be fine with either, but
Okay,
it's on
cool.
my dollar.
Oh yeah.
So the recruiter wants to get me to fly up there, and he wants to line up some other stuff. I
Mm,
told him I'd be open to that if he could line up some other stuff, because I have a feeling, if I was this company, I wouldn't hire anybody until I really paired with them seriously. And it's like I get to choose what we do. So like we work on my stuff.
Oh,
So they just
really?
get an appreciation for, yeah, for my workflow, which is great. I think that's a
That is
good way to
nice.
evaluate a person. Um, but I'm sure they do this for everybody. It doesn't mean like I've like reached their final tier of interviewing or anything. So
I know.
I don't
Um,
think I want to blow $500 on an invitation to
yeah,
pair program.
and then have to do it again. It's kind of, I noticed that two places kind of did that as the first step in their interview. I mean, that really is not, I don't know. I don't think it's really smart. I mean, there's like one place the guy talked to me when I was there, and all he talked about was JavaScript, and and then they had me pair program, but that was already all set up, and he already decided he didn't want me
Really?
because of stupid, dumb, baby JavaScript. Really? All right, I have this not working.
Okay. Let
Uh,
me see if I can run it. Maybe I somehow did not include something. Oh, I left my mouse in the room. Be right back. All right. So, what does it look like on your screen? A dead map. Okay. Go to the organizations view, just to be sure.
Organizations is lovely.
Okay. Now click on an organization. No. Yeah.
Yeah, I
Let's
know.
click.
I'm behind you. Sorry. I
Yeah.
mean, we're lagging.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Nope. Okay. So let me try it on my side, just for a sanity check. All right, so git checkout map volunteers. I'm actually just gonna boot this into teammate. Let's see, start tmux show messages. I'm curious if I'm gonna paste my SSH key in here.
Ugh.
You don't have to join, but
I already did start a session, but I'm actually just in the wrong window.
well, yeah, I think we both want a session for each
Okay,
other
yeah.
though.
All right, good.
And honestly, my session might not look messed up to you as long as I'm not in Vim. I'm not sure what the bug is.
Mm.
So, all right, I'm gonna turn on my server and go to localhost 3000. Okay, so this is what I have. So I'm not sure what I didn't give you.
All right, well, maybe I made a mistake. So it's your
Did
branch
you
is the
did
same
you turn
branch?
on your server in the headless checkout?
I believe so, but let me get rid of it and start it again.
And I'm going to make sure that none of the stuff I haven't committed is important. It says I've committed everything on this branch.
And it's Map Volunteers is the branch, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking at your screen.
Something's missing.
Do you have uncommitted stuff on your Git status right now? That could be. I don't know. I don't think that would be part of it. But chop volunteer ops out of your URL and just go to the root. Yeah, and then click on one of the orbs. Still. What the heck? What do you need to get what I'm getting? Weird. Let me do your get status thing again. So the only thing I can say is let's do another headless checkout and then a pull. So I'm going to do it from within the teammate session, if you wouldn't mind
Okay.
turning off
Well,
the
why don't
Rails
you
server.
do? You know what? Why don't you do a get fetch first? Maybe that's what I didn't do. I don't see
Yeah,
why I want to do it.
well, we're going to have to do a pull either way. John,
Yeah.
map, volunteers. So weird to not have that little notification saying what branch you're on. What?
Mhm.
How do I actually even see? Do I need to?
Get branch.
Yeah, but this list is so long. Is it listed at the
It's
top?
going. Yeah. It's gonna have a star. But
Ugh.
you could do. Yeah.
No branch. Okay, so we're on a headless checkout. All right, so
I really gotta get rid of some of those branches.
all right. I'm gonna turn on the server. Rails S. All right. Oh wait, no. I'm gonna turn off the server. Sorry. Git pull John map volunteers.
You could do get branch pipe to grep \star. Not very handy.
That sounds like something to put in your bash RC. I have well, no. Okay, where's my R key? There, Rails S. All right. You want to try it in your browser now? Do a Control-Shift-R to do a cache-less reload of the page. That's not yellow, but it is the other format, is it? Try clicking on some
No,
other ones.
I think it's just.
No, that's not. Hmm.
Look at this. What?
Oh, I guess it's Beaver Scouts or something.
This one's even weird.
What does that even mean?
We leave it. British people, you're so weird.
All right. Well, what the heck? Why do what? How do I not have? I mean,
Asset.
I guess I could deploy to Heroku and see if it succeeds or fails there to make take my local machine out of the picture.
If I do get status.
You'd have to add those things as trackables before you get stash them, I think, which might be a pain. You might have intentionally left them off. I guess I'll deploy to Heroku.
Um, oh, I know what this is. It's just a little picture, I think. Hmm.
Oh, not my terminal. I want to run Heroku create in Yarex. Heroku create. All right.
It's not.
Uh, where's my morning oasis in here? Okay. Get remote add.
Hey, this is weird. Now the volunteer ups is there, but not. Wait a minute.
Git push. Morning oasis. Blah blah blah. Map. Volunteers master.
Is it? Do I need to do rake assets precompile?
I don't think so. I never had to do anything like that.
Oh, I never knew you could see through the taskbar. Launch thing. You're pushing to Heroku?
Yeah.
Didn't we just not see any volunteer stuff on the map at all?
I thought so, yeah.
Hmm.
Are you still, where are you running your server from?
The same place. I didn't do any checkout.
Okay. Have you done a git pull there from
Well, you did
on
it, didn't
that
you?
one? I did, but who knows between that Windows session and this, I don't know.
That doesn't go by window session, though, does it?
I don't think so, but apparently.
Yeah, it's fine. That is just bizarre.
Well, the difference is you may have never looked at it on your machine since the poll until just now.
That's true.
And when I was looking at it on my machine, I never looked at the volunteers.
Mm.
So I think I'm not going to declare tax and just have Sam PayPal me the money. So I don't want to figure out how to do that unless you know of a way that's really easy.
Are we being recorded? Yeah.